Hello guys, welcome to In 5 Minutes. We'll be talking about deadlock avoidance. Let's try to understand what do you mean by deadlock avoidance. To understand deadlock avoidance, let's try to understand an English term where we say avoidance. The term avoidance simply means avoiding something. Here, deadlock. As a human, we always tend to avoid a lot of situations, especially when we know it is gonna go ugly. Consider a small scenario where you want some money from dad. You want to go and ask for money, but you found out that today dad is in an angry mode. If dad is in angry mode, it is obvious it is not a good time to ask for money. What we would do? We will simply avoid asking for money and will try later. Maybe next day you were lucky. Dad was in a good mood. Under that scenario, obvious we would try our luck and we will ask for money and hopefully we get it. So you become happy. The same scenario can be understood as two things. Where you got money, that is called safe state, and where you didn't, that is called unsafe. Avoidance simply works with the safe state. If it is safe, we would go ahead and grant requests. If it is unsafe, we will not perform that particular set of requests. Let's try to understand this more in detail, and this time with a technical explanation. We work on two basic rules. Number one, all processes should give list of all resources needed. Number two, assume that all requests are granted. Now, avoidance simply is a first step to check whether deadlock can arise. If deadlock arises, we will simply not do that. So let's try to understand in a more clear manner. We would have process 1, process 2, process 3, and resource X, resource Y, resource Z. We may say two basic terms. Process 1 has 3 resources of resource X, or rather 3 instance of resource X, 1 instance of resource Y, 0 instance of resource Z. Similarly, P2 has 2, 1, 1. That is 2 instance of resource X, 1 instance of resource Y, and 1 instance of resource Z. Similarly, but they need 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 1, and have resource X, resource Y, and resource Z. Overall system has 5 instance of resource X, 5 instance of resource Z, and 3 instance of resource Z. So in order to evaluate the situation, we use something which we call as Banker's algorithm. This algorithm will give us two answers after granting whether we reach to safe state or whether we reach to unsafe. Remember, we said in the beginning, safe state is where we say we can access and we can get our resources. Unsafe is where we don't want to. So the same thing would be applicable for this. If it is a safe state, that simply means that one can allow resource, grant access, and allow request for the bunch of resources and processes we are monitoring. If it is unsafe state, under that scenario, what we intend to say is if all requests are granted, then deadlock may arise. So we will not grant it. We will only grant things which have a safe state. This would be done by Banker's algorithm. In the next video, we will be soon concentrating on Banker's algorithm itself. That's it. Thanks for watching this video.